What does Navaratri mean? And why do people choose to fast or be in silence? How can we relate that to the period we're going through right now? So, Navaratri literally means 9 nights. And it's 9 nights in the autumn, 9 nights in the spring, dedicated to worship of the Mother Goddess. Very, very sacred days. At the end of these days, we are new. After the night comes the morning. After the darkness comes the light. So when we speak about nighttime, the 9 nights, because interestingly, of course, it's 9 days as well. Navaratri doesn't only take place on the nights of these days, it's the day as well. But referring to it as the night makes us realize that it's ways for us to move through and become free of the night within ourselves, the darkness within ourselves. And people fast, people observe silence, people do all kinds of spiritual activities. We have the recitation of the Ramayana. So many different spiritual activities take place because that's the only way out of the darkness. In order to come from the night to the morning, from the darkness to the light, is spiritual. We don't fast to appease the divine or to please God. We don't observe these practices because somehow it makes God happy that we're not eating food or that we're not talking or that we're offering rice or ghee into a fire. We do these because they are ways that get us closer to the divine. Silence is not just about, I don't talk to others. Silence is about, I stop speaking outside as the very first step to begin to experience silence within. So not talking is a crucial first step to that inner silence. But it's the beginning, not the end. The practice of silence is one that brings us into connection with, into the presence of a place of fullness within. Silence is not empty. Silence is full. But it's full of something other than the nonsense that most of us chat about. It's full of something other than gossip, complaining, judging, reporting, all the things that most of us talk about. If you look at typically what fills most of our conversations, it's either just nonsense, useless stuff, reporting on things that have happened, complaining, judging, talking badly about other people, stories, whatever it may be. Most of it useless. Most of the reason that we talk at all to others is simply an excuse to connect. It's just a way to connect. want to have something to say, so I tell you something gossipy. It's juicy, maybe you'll like it. Maybe it'll give us something to laugh about. It'll give us some weird type of bonding that we together are complaining about something. The sort of misery loves company experience. But it's never of any value. And silence gives us this beautiful opportunity to say, hey, wait, do I need to speak to connect? Do I need to cheapen this moment with some nonsense chatter? If the connection is real, can't we sit in silence? Can't we be in silence together? You know that you have a very deep connection with someone when you can just sit in silence with them. Those where it's just a superficial connection is that sense of like, oh my God, somebody better say something because this silence is really awkward. Not a deep connection. So if you choose to go into silence, use it as a way to deepen connection. Rather than playing games of charades or writing notes, hey, did you see when so-and-so? That's not silence. Use it as a way to stop cheapening our connection and our moments with each other. To really just be in presence. So that's the first step. But then silence, what happens with silence if you do it long enough is the mind starts to know you're in silence. In the beginning, just the mouth is quiet, but the mind is on. But if you can refrain from too many games of charades or too many notes that you write, the mind actually starts to get quiet. And when the mind starts to get quiet, that's when the real magic starts. So silence is a beautiful practice. People fast as a way to stay light, to stay connected. It's interesting because, yes, of course, it's good for the body. It's a turn of seasons, spring cleaning of the house, why not of the body as well? But in Hindi, the term for fast is upvas. Upvas. It literally means sitting near to. Near to what? Near to God. Upvas is not about what can I figure out how to make with a flour that theoretically qualifies as a fruit instead of a grain. It's not about puris and pakoras and potatoes floating in sauce that looks like an oil tanker crashed in them. It's about lightness. Just taking in that which the body actually needs to survive so that we stay light, not lethargic, not drowsy, not wasting the precious energy of our body digesting food, but being able to be awake, alive, present, not groggy, not in a carbohydrate numbed daze state, but fresh and alive, near to God. But Puja Swamiji always reminds us that a fast is not just a fast of the body. It's not just, I don't eat this or eat that. It's a fast of all the senses. So it's about what I'm listening to, what I'm looking at, what I'm reading, and even what I'm thinking. Because the truth is, the real pollutants, the real toxins within us, yes, we take them in with our food as well. even more toxic in many cases than that which we eat through our food, is that which we eat through our minds, the way we think. And so if you're observing fast, make sure that it's a fast of all your senses. Purification of all the senses. What I think, what I listen to, what I speak if you're not in silence, what I'm reading. And really dive in to that beautiful connection with the Mother Goddess. It doesn't matter if you're Hindu, it doesn't matter if you believe in or worship the different forms of the Mother Goddess we pray to here. Don't worry about that. How about Mother Earth? How about Mother Nature? How about the giver of the air we breathe, the water we drink, the soil in which our crops are grown? So, if in your heart, if in your faith, you believe in, you connect to the Mother Goddess in form, Ma Saraswati, Ma Lakshmi, Ma Durga, Ma Kali, any of them, wonderful. If not, wonderful. Connect with the Mother Goddess in the dirt outside your home. Connect with the Mother Goddess in the tree in your front yard or backyard. Connect with the Mother Goddess in every breath you take in, that oxygen that the leaves are producing for you, working for you. Amazing what a system she's given us. 24 hours a day. You appreciate her, you love her, or you don't. Nonetheless, she has set up a factory to provide you with oxygen. Every minute of every day, wherever you are. It's extraordinary, at no cost. Free oxygen. Free soil. Free water. Life is sacred. The provider of life, the giver of life, is doubly sacred. So let us use these days to worship Mother Earth, Mother Nature. And especially at this time of the virus, it makes us realize how very vulnerable we are. How very much we are not the masters of the universe. How very much we are not the ones in charge of this planet. One little virus, you can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't touch it, you can't taste it. One little virus. We have no idea what to do. We are helpless against it. What is there that we really feel the dominators of Mother Earth? It's so humbling. It's so humbling to make us realize, really, there but for the grace of God go I. And there but for the grace of Mother Earth and Mother Nature. We pray. We pray that the air that we're breathing in doesn't have the virus in it. Someone hasn't sneezed into it, that it's clean. We pray that the world we are living in, our little individual world, in our homes, in our backyards, wherever we are, that it's safe and healthy. Today it's the coronavirus. Tomorrow it's going to be not enough water. Then it'll be not enough oxygen in our air. Then it's going to be temperatures that our bodies can't handle. Let us finally, really start worshiping this Mother Goddess and realizing She's in charge. And there but for the grace of her go we all. And if we can take this beautiful time to do that, not only will we connect deeply inside, but as we emerge from it, that new morning, that new light, will be one in which we connect with our sisters and brothers across the planet and with Mother Earth herself, with love, with care, with reverence.